I want to break down the understanding about prayer and fasting. I feel that people underestimate the power of prayer and fasting. So I had a friend who had a child that was basically being abused by his father. So my friend, has a child with a person, and when she would go to work and leave the child with him, he would be abusing the child physically. Okay, so it got to the point where the abuse was physical, and they had a really 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 bad brawl because of this, and the child's father was basically on the run from the police. So she called the police, and the child's father was running away from the police. So during this time, I'm witnessing all of this, and she wanted justice so bad from her child's father, because he had been a complete demon to her the entire time. And during this time, I was telling her to let him go, and she did not listen to me. So this is what happened. Okay, so God had been telling me to tell her to let him go. All right. It just wasn't his will. All right. And because of that, this is the result of it. So I was talking to her every day, and we went on a fast together. We were praying. Okay, she was fasting, she was praying because she wanted justice, and he was running from the police. All right, he was running from the police, and me and her were praying together. And if you know anything about God takes it might seem like God is not working when you're crying out to him. And I remember specifically when I was praying, I heard God said soon. And I went back to her and I told her that God said that he's going to be caught soon by the police. Now, I want you to understand, during this time, the marshal was basically keeping in contact with her, letting her know that, they're working. But he was literally on the run. He was running away from the police. However, they were right. The police was actually right on his back of his heel. So they had videos of where he would be sitting on the bench and things like that outside of stores, and they would send her these pictures letting her know, hey, we see where he is, and we're very confident that we're going to catch him. Until one morning, she sent me a text message and she said, "Raven, they got him." And I tell this story because we must understand how important spiritual warfare is, and the measures and the tools that God has given us when it comes to situations like this. I need y'all to understand that God is mighty in battle. He don't play around. No, God hates injustice, and he hates robbery. God hates wickedness. The thing where, when it comes to battling, you are weak in strength and you are ignorant in knowledge. Okay. And I say that to say, whenever you are weak in strength and ignorant in knowledge, it gives the enemy an advantage. Okay. When you don't read your Bible, when you don't seek God for God, and when you don't build this relationship with God, all right, you become weak in strength and ignorant in knowledge. I can understand that fasting is very hard. I can understand that, it's hard, especially when you're fasting for change and you're doing it consistently. But when you fast, you must believe. Okay, you must have faith, and you must believe that your prayers are effective. So the same way that God gave my friend justice, okay, he's going to give you justice as well. But you must not be ignorant in knowledge and weak in strength. So let's talk about building your spiritual strength. Fasting builds your spiritual stamina. It builds your discipline, okay? because you don't want to do what your flesh do. You want to do those things of the spirit. So whenever you fast, you are becoming spiritually strong, right? That means that you're able to resist the devil when he comes to you in the natural, all right? So if you are a person that just goes off of your flesh, that means your spirit man is weak. You have no discipline, okay? And we all start off that way. We all start off that way. But when you walk with God, you become spiritually strong and that of knowledge of how to handle situations, all right? If God has called you to fast, fast, okay? Love you. See you in the next video.